Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about Georges St-Pierre and Khabib Nurmagomedov. St-Pierre wanted to fight Khabib in late 2018 and throughout 2019 after Khabib's win over Conor McGregor at UFC 229. He tried putting the fight together, Dana White wouldn't let it happen, and the fight never came together. When we did our documentary on St-Pierre, I asked him about it in our interview, why he wanted to fight Khabib and what happened with the negotiations. He was pretty frustrated over the situation, but he gave good details on it. Here he is talking about it.
Khabib was very excited for me because for a fighter doesn't think like a normal person. A fighter always wanted to fight a guy who seems invincible, a guy who seems like the perfect fighter, who's unbeatable. He has an aura of invincibility. So that means if I do it, I'll be the first to ever done it. It's not a question of money. Yeah, the money is there, but it's not a question of money first. It's a question of glory, of self-accomplishment, of making it in a way that you'll be in the history forever, you know what I mean? For myself, you know?
The fight never came together because Dana didn't want St-Pierre to possibly beat Khabib and then retire as a champion and then throw the lightweight division in limbo and cause problems for them, kind of like what happened after 217 when he retired after beating Michael Bisping. And St-Pierre was pretty frustrated over that situation. He makes a good point right here when he talks about boxing. Here he is talking about it.
My agent would try everything, every way, like okay, 155, okay, catch weight, okay, in Russia, whatever you want. They didn't want it. They really did not want it. They had other plans, and I understand in a way because it's a risk they're not willing to take. If they invest money to promote a fight, and the fruit of their investment, if I win, and the fruit of their investment leave out the door, is gone for another retirement, they lose all that, you know. But if you look at boxing, what frustrates me is it's done in boxing all the time. People get the belt, they drop it, they fight. People care about the fight, they don't care about the damn belt. And that's what frustrated me a little bit about that. I don't care about the belt. I wanted to fight Khabib. I don't care if it was for the belt, so I wanted to do a catch weight or anything, because Khabib naturally is maybe bigger than me. He's like, I'm 185, he walks around 190, almost 200 pounds, so he's even bigger than me. So I didn't care about the belt, tell you the truth, you know, so I would just care about the fight. He was a little bit the same way, but the UFC didn't want it. They didn't want to take that risk.
If you'd like to hear the documentary on St-Pierre, where he talks about his fights, his childhood, his training, why he gave his belts away, his mentality as a fighter and as a man, you can find it at Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or any major podcast app. We interviewed St-Pierre for it, as well as about 15, I think we interviewed 20 people total for it. So there are lots of different people, coaches, training partners, past opponents, many others, who all have something to say. And it's all pretty interesting on the different perspectives on the former champion and UFC Hall of Famer. But I hope you check it out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Thanks again.